I'm calling
Mr. Chair.
Nikki Wagner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I too am very happy to support this bill brought to the House by my colleague Jackie Dean. It is a very timely bill, and as the Honourable Ruth Dyson has said, everyone on the committee worked hard to make sure that we got a good outcome, and it was fully supported. As it's already been stated, the purpose of the bill is to update penalties across conservation legislation to better protect conservation land and protect native species. The bill increases the penalties for offences across 6 pieces of legislation administered by the Department of Conservation. Now, it was the smuggling of jewelled geckos from the Waitaki Basin that raised the issue for Jackie Dean. Smugglers were very active in her electorate, and the penalties for stealing these very beautiful and very valuable geckos, they're worth up to $25,000 each on the international market, were laughably low. We know that the smugglers were very active in her electorate because some of them we managed to catch at customs, and we had one smuggler who had nearly a dozen geckos secreted around his person. And we also know that there were many smugglers who were spending time in Jackie's electorate but were getting away with it because jewelled geckos have unique markings on their bodies, and we knew where some of them were living, and one day they'd be in the Waitaki Basin, the next day you would see them on the internet, their pictures, and they were being marketed to collectors in Europe. So we did catch some of those smugglers, but when we did catch them, the penalties were nothing to write home about. In fact, they didn't punish or they didn't defer. There's been other serious conservation offending in recent years. We've all been disturbed with the killing of marine mammals. We don't like the illegal hunting of protected species. And illegal, commercially motivated activities, including the smuggling of animals and plants, the drainage of wetlands, and the logging of native trees. It's very important to have significant penalties for illegally, commercially motivated activities because they can be highly lucrative. And these new penalties in part respond to the comment by judges sentencing those very gecko smugglers that the current penalties were not sufficient to punish or deter offenders. These penalties will not affect legitimate operators, such as tourism concessionaires, if they play fair. Increases are also proposed for non-commercial offences and for breaches of bylaws and regulations across all the 6 acts. I too would like to thank the officials. They did a lot of work on this bill. They did it with assiduous care, and they worked very hard with us. And I think we're all very pleased to see this legislation come out the other end. It was unanimous in our support around the table. We all believe that there should be stronger penalties for conservation offending. We want to protect our natural heritage. Thank you, Jackie Dean.
The Honourable Marianne Street.
Mr. Chairman, it gives me great pleasure to rise to support this Jackie Dean at the committee stages, the Conservation Natural Heritage Protection Bill. I would like also to join